In yesterday's video, I showed you a really amazing tool that'll help woodworkers make their own dowels. However, there was one little issue with it. It was $65. And as promised, because it's Tool Tip Tuesday, I told you I would show you how to make your own. It's Tool Tip Tuesday! Yeah! Tool Tip free! Yeah! And that's what we're going to do on this Tool Tip Tuesday. I'm going to show you how to make your own dowel maker for the fraction of the cost it would cost you to buy one on Amazon. Now, the only thing that really cost me a little bit of money here was this stock bar that I bought at Home Depot, but you can buy this stuff pretty much anywhere. I think it ran me like $14, $15, but I'm only going to use a little bit, and if I want to make a couple for my buddies or maybe sell some online, I can do that as well. Now, hopefully you have your own tools, and I'm guessing if you're a serious woodworker, you probably do have enough tools, or you really wouldn't need one of these anyway. Now, here's the thing. You can go and make these as big as you want and make as many holes in there as you want, but for this, I'm going to go about 4 or 5 inches for this dowel maker. Now, I'm using my Milwaukee IA cutoff tool. I love this thing. I'll leave a link in the description below for if you don't want a big cutoff tool. Well, this thing will work perfectly. Now, all I'm going to do is slice and dice this thing off here, and, well, that's it. You can sand that down, get off the burr if you want, but we're not going to worry about this because it's just a quick demo here. I already have one of these. I don't need it. Now, I got some metal bits, and I usually don't need something this big, but I went out and bought the Milwaukee IA Shockwave. I already had a couple other ones, but you need to make the size holes that you will need to make the size dowels that you want. And I'm also going to attach this to a piece of oak. Really allows you to clamp it down in your vise or whatever. It just gives you more of a clamping area. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace that out and cut it out. Well, golly, that was quick. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 2 holes up on the top for the screws to screw this down onto my piece of oakage. Now, let me point something out very quickly here. Yes, I know some people are going to say you should have clamped it down. Listen, this is a Ryobi drill press. My pencil sharpener probably has more power than this thing, so I'm not worried about this thing spinning around. But that said, if you do have a more powerful drill press, you do want to find a way to clamp it down. Now, the hole I'd be drilling first here is a 1/2 inch, and I wish I would have went with a 3/4, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. But yeah, it's a 1/2 inch, and this will be perfect for starting out with larger dowels. But you want to make sure that you go through the entire piece of wood as well. So get that metal out of there, get that wood out of there, and that dowel will be able to go the entire way through there. Now, if you do want a larger dowel, what I would recommend, instead of going out and spending $40 on one drill bit, I would go out and spend maybe $7 on a metal hole dozer from Milwaukee IA. And again, I'll put a link in the description below for you. Oh, I got that smoky. And like I said, this thing here, it's barely spinning. I mean, this Milwaukee drill press is not powerful, but definitely clamped if you're using something more powerful. But there's my hole. Now I got to go down through the other side. Oh, there it is. I got another hole. All right, let's move it along to a smaller diameter. Yeah, I believe this is a 1/4 inch that I'm putting down through here. Now, believe it or not, you can stop right here and actually use a mallet or a hammer to pound the wood down through these holes, and it would make the dowel that way. But instead, we're going to carve out a couple, I guess we'll say knives, to cut the wood if you're using your drill like I showed you in the video yesterday. I'll put that video at the end of this video for you to check out, by the way. All right, so you want to sink these knives about 1/8 of an inch down, maybe a little bit more, but we're going to put 3 on each one of these drilled out holes or cut out holes or whatever you want to call it. But we're going to put one on the left, one on the right, and one on the bottom. And you're going to do that on all 3 of these holes. See that? That right there is going to cut the wood when it spins. So now all you do is take your scrap wood, whether it's oak, pine, cherry, whatever, and you cut them in squares and a little bit larger than the size of the hole. Now, once you get those cut down, you gotta trim off the bottom here and stick it in your drill like so, and it's ready to go. Now you just decide which size dowel you need, throw it in like that, and you're just gonna pull the trigger and it's gonna spin it up. Now, just letting you know, the softer the wood, like pine, the slower you wanna go. The harder the wood, you can go a little bit faster. Now, you just pull that back out, and if you want a smaller dowel, then just put it in a smaller hole. Same thing goes with the larger dowel. Now, long story short, I kind of rushed on this thing here, so you definitely want to make sure that you get your holes nice and straight. I gotta move that knife. But once you get them straight, you're gonna make some really awesome dowels with this thing. Now, once you get that out of there, you just sandpaper that up and it's going to be nice and smooth like. And there you go. Once you're done, you make your own dowels, spend a fraction of the price if you already have the tools to make this instead of buying it on Amazon. And yeah, really cool. Welcome to Tool Tip Tuesday. If you like this video, if it's helped you in any sort of way, please don't forget to smash that like button. It's greatly appreciated. Also, really appreciate you stopping by. So if you could, get subscribed, hit that bell notification because we have Tool Tip Tuesdays every Tuesday here. And with that, we'll be back with more videos soon.